Hello. If you're watching this video, I assume the world of Inferno is totally new to you and you'd like to get a good start. So I'll begin by discussing character classes, their strengths and weaknesses. First up, let's take the warrior. It is specifically divided into a warrior and a defender. The warrior focuses on dealing high damage in a short amount of time, primarily through basic attacks. The defender, however, as the name itself suggests, concentrates their abilities on survivability. The spellcaster focuses on both dealing damage and providing buffs. His skills are more single target. Buffs affect damage resistance, damage output, and critical hit chance. His buffs are enhanced by a stat called intelligence. Another wizard's path is the elemental path. Unlike the spell wizard, this one focuses on dealing area damage. It has two buffs that primarily focus on increasing its movement speed, reducing the cooldown time of its abilities, and also boosting its damage output. It also possesses a healing skill. These buffs are not affected by the intelligence statistic and their values are constant. The assassin class branches into two distinct paths, the scout and the melee fighter. The scout primarily focuses on dealing damage to a single target with their bow, while simultaneously boosting their movement speed and dodge abilities. The melee fighter, on the other hand, specializes in close-range combat using daggers. Their damage output is centered around quick, deadly strikes, which are significantly enhanced by their invisibility ability. And so, the final type of half-demon is divided into two distinct categories, physical and magical. The first of these primarily focuses on inflicting damage through straightforward basic sword strikes. He's a warrior hybrid, combining both his strength and survivability, but at the cost of fewer active skills. This magical half-demon possesses a shield in his arsenal that reduces incoming damage by 35%. However, it consumes our mana, and when that runs out, the aura deactivates itself. Fiery Spirits inflict substantial damage to random enemies. This class features 3 distinct projectiles and 1 area of effect ability. Upon embarking on your adventure in Inferno, you are bestowed with temporary buffs designed to facilitate your initial steps. Among these are a 30-minute bonus, which enables us to inflict 15% additional damage to all monsters, a 25% enhanced drop rate, along with a 2-week-long buff that boosts our gold acquisition by 50%. This is a percentage chance for gold to drop directly into our inventory, plus a cumulative 5% to damage dealt. After opening the inventory, auto potions for a week appear. A single click renews our HP and MP buff for a full 3 hours. We also get 3 combat potions, which grant us an additional cumulative boost of 15% to all damage dealt. And finally, 3 potions that will increase our drop chance by 25% for 1 hour each, totaling 3 hours of boosted drops. I recommend not using these 2 potions immediately. Save them for mid-game. The next item is a mount for 3 days, and then 1,000 of each, both healing and mana restoring potions. There are also these minor provocations that make monsters gravitate towards us. Immediately after you begin playing, we recommend using a mount to reach your 2nd level and then proceed to the hunter with a charismatic name Matsui. He will assign us a task that involves the extermination of 10 foxes or 5 wolves. Additionally, we will receive a quest to close 3 level 5 rifts. When you press M on your keyboard, a map will appear showing the approximate location of our targets. You can simply click on the map and your character will automatically travel to that specific spot. As a reward, we will receive some experience points and gold. Regarding the rifts, I must emphasize that once they are closed, they drop materials essential for a later stage of the game. Therefore, we should collect everything. The rifts are clearly marked on our map as larger orange points. After completing this mission, it's advisable to pick up another quest from our hunter, Matsui. This will certainly raise the challenge for us, but the rewards will also be much more appropriate. Upon reaching the 5th level, we gain the ability to select our character's path. The specific path we choose will predefine our entire playstyle. As of today, the maximum achievable level is 60, and considering that we master a skill after investing 20 points into it, it's therefore optimal to focus on 3 skill choices. But why did I say as of today? For in the coming weeks, an update is scheduled to be released, raising the maximum level to 80. This will then allow us to fully max out 4 different skills. However, there's no need to worry if you're watching this video and have already distributed every single skill point. Up to level 30, skill resets are completely free of charge, and you can, without any issues, reallocate all of your hard-earned ability points. What if you crossed the threshold because you didn't see this material in time? Too bad, you can only buy a skill reset book from the item shop or another player. At level 10, we are assigned a significant mission by the city's guardian, which involves our very first dungeon.
It is called the Ancient Crypt.
The entrance to this dungeon is located right here in World Graveland. You should probably click on the map. Our character is already there.
We have an entry point. We need to click.
Even if these creatures here manage to kill us, we will still find a way to push forward.
We have to kill all the monsters that are currently here. It's better to use provocation.
With level 10 equipment plus the 7 plus shake we can boldly, calmly survive here. Even more so for me, as I still have some one leather that further boosts my defense. My survivability here is at a pretty stable level. I should also have some enchanted gear bonuses, but I won't do that. And why? I'll answer that question after the dungeon.
Here we need to close all the rift. The small essence from this rift we absolutely must collect. We'll need it later, very soon, in just a few levels. With it, we'll be able to enchant our equipment. For here, items with pre-existing bonuses do not drop. We are the ones who add all the bonuses ourselves. So every item that we pick up, if it's a pure one, we then give it its value through enchanting. The room with the boss. Which, it seems, isn't going to be one of the most difficult ones. Now we must find the key by defeating all of the monsters.
And the key is here.
Now we have to make use of it.
Now all that remains for us is to find one of the cut slots. Generally, please try not to pay attention to the fact that, for example, there's a black wolf named Bor. The Polish language is simply undergoing translation for now. It has been translated solo and exclusively by artificial intelligence.
However, there is a team that will be responsible for ensuring the product functions smoothly and naturally within our fluent Polish language.
We've just come across the correct rift.
Now the only task remaining is to kill the final boss, Bondo.
And so I drop.
Drop in the form of 5 additional items for level 10. I recommend you go there a few times to get some drops, just like I did. Upgrade it to +1 or +2. If the blacksmith allows, this gear is quite strong and will help us level up.
Also, just when you finally reach level 23, I strongly recommend enchanting your entire gear set for this level, as this is the very last level that will consume a smaller amount of essence.
This is the essence that drops from rifts, which I previously advised collecting. Now it will be useful to add a bonus to our equipment, so we need to find this fellow, the enchanter. He is located here. We click on him, the enchanting window will appear, and now, among other things, I'd advise starting with the armor. This consumes 15 small essences, 7,000 gold, and there's a 100% chance of success. The chance later decreases with each bonus added. Alright, let's go. We're looking for 1000 HP to start, and we didn't get it. At this point, we must re-enchant. Re-enchanting will use 5 small essences, but it will cost 49,000. There's always a 100% chance these bonuses will change. HP steal is also very important, but we need at least 3% of this value for it to be truly profitable. It's the same case here as well. However, at this particular moment, our main concern is surviving until we reach 1000 HP. Alright, we've got 1000 cap and we've got the crown, but the mana's not the best, not the worst. Now with our armor, I suggest we enchant our weapon. As a warrior, for our weapon, we specifically need bit or strange. I'm a defender. For me, it'll be bit. Yes, there is 12 vitality, 12 intelligence, although as a warrior this particular statistic is unnecessary for us, but we do have 12 vitality. 1 point of vitality gives 80 points of health, which is also quite a substantial amount. Next, we're going for the shield. I'd also like something to drop to the beat here. Look how our money is dwindling. We're committing our 12 forces to the first strike, let us remain. Now for the gloves, we'd also like some statistics here. Vitality 12, strength 4, we're going for it. These boots can add 1000 life, that's what we're looking for. We have too much money. Let's just leave it as it is. We already have a pretty decent boost anyway. We could still put a bit more here, and we'll roll for what we've got, which is 3 AP, 500 rolls. We'll just have to leave it. It's better than nothing.
If you've been following my advice, you should be collecting absolutely everything from the rifts. You should have acquired something like the half-demon knowledge fragment, and also from this particular level, the artifact of swift boots. It's crucial to remember that artifacts drop only and exclusively from rifts. It's like a metingeologist, knowledge fragments, also searcher. Once you collect 2 identical ones, you exchange them for a skill book. To do this, you need to get to the City of the Road. It's right here in this corner. Let's go. The librarian is located right here.
We are talking to him here.
We have the world skill book with us. An assassin, a half demon.
Now we're going to read a book and our skill is at 21. Look up here, you can see the understanding. Our experience level is 54 out of 600. Now it's time for us to return the artifact. We need to head over here to this specific spot to the archaeologists.
We hand in one of two, adding the second triggers a 3-minute cooldown. After 3 minutes, we visit the archaeologist. We hand in the completed quest. We just got a buff pearl, 5% to movement speed. One of the ways to earn income is by completing daily missions. We get these missions right here from Dodo Hunter. We need to kill 190 goblins. Missions will take place on Jero Highlands.
So we received the award.
62,500. Once we reach level 25, we'll head to Dead Island to acquire a new weapon, which we will most likely keep until the very end game. We are here to drop a weapon with average values for the 30th level. Upgraded to +10, it will be quite good equipment that might even boldly lead us all the way to the 60th level. Now I will be searching for such monsters as the Black Wog.
Before upgrading this weapon, it must first be powerfully rebonused to get an average damage increase of at least 30%. To add a bonus, you need 5 experience crystal shards and 25 magic essence. Magical essence drops when you close rifts from maps like Zero Highlands or Dead Earth. To get experience crystal shards, you'll need an item called an experience crystallizer. When you use it, 500,000 experience is taken from you and converted into an experience crystal. To get a shard from it, right click. 1 crystal of experience is 10 shards of an experience crystal. We also need crystals to create a potion, which will be needed to boost our character in the later stages of the game when you reach level 30. At level 30, I suggest you remain there and defeat him repeatedly with an experience crystallizer, but I will tell you more about that after I've upgraded this ancient sword.
And we ended up with 30%. We'll leave it exactly as it is. This weapon, which we just enchanted, will be best upgraded by using this very scroll right here. This scroll drops from every single mob, provided we are at level 30. It drops until level 30. If we reach level 31, this scroll will no longer be obtainable for us. Only thanks to it can we upgrade our equipment to level 30 without any fear of losing it. I have no further materials, but we'll see them when they're all used up. Welcome back after a long break. As you can see, I've upgraded my equipment to +7. My equipment will now emit these flashes. These green flashes are because it's enhanced to +7. At +8, I believe they're blue. At +9, they're purple. And at +10, just like my sword, it's my prized possession. The final possible tip that I'd like to share with you is having a buff. This buff can be activated quite easily, but first we need to craft it. There's a small trick. If we speak with the alchemist, we can access the crafting station. From this liquid crystal potion, we gain some experience. We'll burn through it and we're able to craft 9 vials. Let's check.
We need to acquire 2 additional items.
Arcane Echo, Orb Elementals, and Arcane Echo, Orb Spells, we get 1 each. They're quite expensive, 469,000, but worth the price. We can even buy 2.
Now we've got a visit with the superintendent.
Here we are launching account White Storage.
It is the shared storage for our entire account.
We are using orbs and potions from experience.
And now I am creating.
We're going to create buffs.
Now, we're going to head over to the warehouse. The one that belongs to the cooperative, of course. And once we're inside, we'll each drink 3 of these powerful mixtures.
Take the potion, put it back in there.
We are choosing a spell. We want the path, the mana sphere. It influences our damage resistance. We've taken a level for him. His damage resistance is 4.79. This isn't its full potential yet because we must add intelligence, 17.9, and that is already quite a substantial number. Now we just need to enclose our buff within one of the right mover. The mana that we needed to transfer, it has been brought over here. Resistance is 17.
And the orbs are returning back to the cooperative storage.
We're going to make another buff.
On the flip side,
These potions are already enough for us to reach level 20, exactly what's needed to level up our buff. Here I strongly recommend agility. It gives a bonus to movement speed and to cooldown reduction. The value is 23.2 movement speed. Now we use Arcane of Echo elements and choose agility. Same here. We are getting the buffs ready. The only thing that remains for us now is to log into the main character, where we will be using these two.
We can now activate these buffs in this very spot. That's all. There is one more piece of advice I'd like to give you, but it will require me to record my stream.
Or you can start more characters from a single account. You don't need to set up multiple accounts, just one is sufficient, and you can utilize all characters created within it. Poi launchi Inferna, then we click on Optimize, go to Properties, then install the files, browse, and launch it from here. We can launch a great many of these clients, 3, 4, 5, 6, but our single computer will easily handle it. And finally, I'll tell you where to drop weapons for level 30. It's in English, as much of it hasn't been translated yet. Thank you all for watching the entire video. If you've made it to this point, thank you. I just want to thank you and wish you much success.